Hi everyone, last video. You've held on to, or hung out with me for quite a while, so we're going to do the last video really quick. To do this, I want to show you on my scrap heart, or I can show you on this paper too. I'm going to show you my scrap heart though. We are going to make a shadow using our colored pencil. To do that, we're going to need to kind of fade our color. So I'm certain you've probably done this. It's a shading technique. You just may not have known you were doing it. So say this line right here is the edge of my heart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to color super dark, and then I'm going to fade it out. And that's what we're going to be doing. And we're going to do that with both our colors. You're going to color super dark, and then you're going to fade it out. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it look like our heart floats. So let's go back to our project. I'm just going to start with blue because the outside edge on this one is blue. We want to stick with the outside color. So we're going to color kind of a halo, kind of a dark liner on the outside edge first. And then you're going to lightly fuzz it out. Lightly fuzz it out. And I'll move my camera down just a little bit so that you guys can see that a little bit better on my next one. So I'm going to move to the next blue. And I'm going to color dark first, right around that outside edge of that heart. Dark. And then I'm going to just fuzz it out. So I'm going to draw a little bit more color and just lightly pick up my pencil as I do it. So it starts to give a floating effect. I'm going to come over here to my edge heart. Again, do the same thing. Do that dark and then fuzz it out, get it lighter as I come out away from it. Now I'm going to switch colors right now just because I want you to start to see how this is going to look. Normally, I would just continue using the same blue, but I want you to kind of get the idea of what we're doing here. Because some of you might be looking at me like, say, what on earth is she talking about? So, I'm going to take my violet, and I'm going to come back to here. And I'm going to do that same dark line that we were doing, and then I'm going to fuzz it up. I'm going to do it over here as well. I'm going to take that same, make that dark line, I'm going to fuzz it out. And it's okay if you start to blur into some of your lines. That's okay. Right here, I want to fuzz this just a little bit so that it looks like it's coming out. And I'm going to fuzz my violet one here too. And that's just me being picky. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to the side now. I'm going to do that same dark outline along the edge, and then I'm just going to fuzz it out. Fuzz it out. Over here, same thing. Dark outline around that outside edge of my circle, and then just fuzz it over. And we're not coloring it in, we're just fuzzing it over so it makes it look like it blends and it's floating. I'm going to skip over my blue and come to my violet down here. I'm going to do that same, fuzz it out, make it look like it's starting to float. Down here at the bottom near my point, I'm going to do the same thing, fuzz it out. You want to blend it so it doesn't look like you're just making an outline. You don't want an outline. That's not going to help us any. Now I need to switch back to my blue. I'm going to color my blue right here and fuzz it out. Color my blue nice and dark up against my shape and fuzz it out. This one right here, blue up against my shape and fuzz it out. Now right here, I need to create a little bit of a fuzz effect because I didn't get to carry that violet out as far as I normally would. The last one right here, I'm going to make that dark and fuzz it out. Then I need to do that again here in my violet color. Now, if you don't like how you end up fuzzing it out, you can continue to fuzz it out a little bit more. Like some of these just need a little bit more of a fuzz. Gives it a little bit more. Now I'm just lightly coloring to give it this fuzzy effect. Because we want to make it look like our heart's floating. Our heart is floating in space over this pattern. Give me just a second, Sawyer. Mama's finishing up her project with her students. Oh, I need to get this one. There we go. And there you have it. There your heart is floating. Now, you can choose to have this as a card where you just fold that piece of paper back under and you can write a lovely message on the inside. If you want to turn this into just an art piece, you want to have it just as the heart floating, you can go ahead and cut off this extra part. You don't need it anymore. And you are done. Take a picture of it and put it into your assignment in Teams. I want to see how yours turned out. I want to see what colors you did. And I will see you guys in our Zoom. Talk to you soon. Bye.